You want more Lockhart info? We got more Lockhart info. December of 2018 is when I first wrote about Lockhart. Lockhart is a mythical creature. It is probably the most requested thing that arrives in my Twitter DMs, that you can follow me on Twitter at BDSams to ask these questions, and I try to respond. I try the best that I can to respond, but you guys want more Lockhart information, and it is showing up today, and I'm going to do my best to walk through it. So, a Twitter user named Hexadecimal, actually specifically XB1 Hexadecimal, found this little tidbit of information from the game development documentation for June of 2020. Now, this is not a public document. This is not public. So this is leaked onto Twitter by this individual, and I can confirm that that spelling error of Lockhart is actually in the documentation. But anyways, this documentation showed up that very clearly talks about Lockhart profiling. Now, Lockhart profiling, you might be wondering, what is Lockhart profiling? Well, let's just jump back into the time box here. Lockhart is a console that is coming in the next generation of the Xbox family, right? We have the Xbox Series X. Lockhart may be known as the Xbox Series S. It is going to have a lower performance characteristic profile, meaning the CPU is probably going to be a little bit slower, maybe have less RAM. GPU might be a little bit lower as well. Think 1080p console for the Series S and 4K for the Series X, right? Think of those characteristics. Well, developers building games need performance characteristic profiles so that they can target those specific consoles. And that is explicitly what this documentation is talking about. GPU capture may fall into Lockhart profiling mode. Now, that is not all that we have, folks. We also have this little bit of information here where it talks about a Scarlet development kit. And if you go way back to the documentation that I've written up, Scarlet was the original codename and all that. But you can also see Anaconda profiling and Lockhart profiling modes, meaning that Lockhart is getting closer to existence. Now, this is good news in my opinion. Reason being, Microsoft could still absolutely kill Lockhart. I could also knock this mic off of its boom. Microsoft could still kill Lockhart. I don't think it's going to happen, but they still have that option. Until it's fully announced, it could get scrapped. But considering the fact that it is still in the documentation that arrived this month means that Microsoft is still pursuing and at least playing with the idea that this box is going to ship and it has not been completely scrapped. If we only saw Anaconda in there and we didn't see Lockhart, that would be a little concerning, but Lockhart is in there. It is right next to Anaconda. It is exactly the way I wrote it back way in 2018, and this is just one more small piece of information that is dictating that this really is going to be happening and it's not codename vaporware. This is really exciting. Now, the big question becomes, when is this bad boy going to show up? Or bad girl, gender neutral, whatever you want to call it. Well, Microsoft is expected to have a July event. That would be a logical time to announce it. They can't wait too much longer, but they probably are going to be needing to announce it before they announce the pricing of the next generation Xbox. It's a little bit of speculation, so July would be the earliest I think we should hear about it. And honestly, I hope we do hear about it. It looks like Sony has played all of their hardware cards, minus the pricing, and they've got their two SKUs, right? One with and without a Blu-ray drive. Now, Microsoft, it's time for you to play your full card so we can have a full spectrum of what is going on in the Xbox world. Anyways, Lockhart takes another teeny tiny step forward. This is good news. I'm excited. Hopefully you are too. We'll catch all of you right back here next time.